the questioner wanted to trap me into permitting him to physical violence when he saw kalema tayyiba being insulted in some way. And he wanted to get his argument based on an incident in the life of Hazrat sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Although even if you accept then entirely his argument, still the inference is wrong even there. The incident which he refers to is this, that during Jang-e-Uhud, that is the Battle of Uhud, when Hazrat sallallahu alaihi wasallam retreated to a hiding in a cave along with certain of his companions, they heard somebody raise the voice and say, "Where is Muhammad, peace be upon him?" That is, he is killed, we have killed him. And somebody wanted to answer that he is here with us. And he refused. The Ansar stopped him. He said, "No, keep quiet. Pocket the insult, that is to say." And similarly, the order given is I think not trustworthy, because this order, which is related in that tradition, is a suspicious order. Somebody who saw that first caliph was Hazrat Abu Bakr, and second was Hazrat Umar, and third was Hazrat Usman, and fourth was Hazrat Ali, relates that incident in the same order as if the Kuffar Makkah, that is the infidels, they also knew that they stand in this order in respect and in the order of their being caliphs in the future. So that is wrong. So that in that tradition, this is also to be noted. This is also to be noted that the order given makes us believe that perhaps somebody later who listened to this put that order himself according to his own preferences. They at random might have said, "That great man, where is that great man, or where is that great man?" Anyway, Hazrat sallallahu alaihi wasallam's name was definitely taken. And when it was announced that we have killed Muhammad, where is he? If he is there, let him speak. Some Sahaba, some companions, felt extremely insulted, and they wanted to shout that Muhammad is here with us, live with the grace of Allah. So he stopped them. He said, "No, don't do it." Then ultimately it is said that they said, "Olo Hubal," that great is our, lofty is our Hubal, the God, their so-called God. Lofty is Hubal. Because Sahaba were told to keep quiet at every instance of, every time some companion or one Rasul himself was insulted in this manner. So they kept quiet at this time as well. But Hazrat sallallahu alaihi wasallam did not keep quiet. Then he shouted at them. Said, "Why don't you answer now? Why don't you answer now? This is the time to answer, when Allah is insulted." And they said, what we should say in response? The answer was, you should say, "Allahu Ala wa Ajal," in the same style, in the same way. Instead of saying Allahu Akbar, because they said, "Olo Hubal," they said, Rasulullah sallallahu told them, say Allahu Ala wa Ajal. Allah is the loftiest and the most apparent, the most brilliant. Ajal is something which is self-evident. So most self-evident and the loftiest. Basing his argument on this, he said, when we see kalema tayyiba being insulted by non-enemy hostiles, why shouldn't we behave in the same manner and start striking them and beating them lovingly and take our revenge, even if we are killed in that process? So I told him that your inference is wrong. There, it was Hazrat sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companions whose bodies were in danger. So they raised the voice, they did not beat them. They did not start the whole fighting all over again. But they invited them to beat them. Instead, this was the other way around. So he didn't tell the Sahaba to revenge this insult and walk out of the hiding place and attack the enemy once again and restart the battle. This was not his advice at all. What he did was that he told them to forget about any dangers to themselves and take Allah's name loudly and let them do whatever they do to you. That is one aspect of his my answer to his question. The other was that our conditions nowadays is not similar to this incident, because this incident is after Sahaba were permitted to defend themselves even bodily. And this verse of Surah Hajj was revealed. أُذِنَ لِلَّذِينَ يُقَاتَلُونَ بِأَنَّهُمْ ظُلِمُوا وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى نَصْرِهِمْ لَقَدِيرٌ الَّذِينَ أُخْرِجُوا مِنْ دِيَارِهِمْ بِغَيْرِ حَقٍّ, and so on. That those who are being wronged, who are being fought against, and who are being turned out of their houses just for the crime that they say Allah is ours, they are permitted to fight back. That was in Madani period, not in the Makki period. So in the Makki period, whatever happened to the companions of the Holy Prophet and to him himself, they were not permitted to Allah to fight back. So our position is much more similar to that period than to the period of Medina, where they were permitted to fight back bodily. So either way, his argument is wrong. As far as the first incident is concerned, even if we accept that we must infer from the incident he has quoted and follow that example, that we are already doing. What is happening in the Punjab and elsewhere, when the reports are that whenever police or the people beat Ahmadi boys for committing the crime as they thought of saying kalema tayyiba, they did not desist from it. At each beating, sometimes they passed out, and whenever they came to, the first thing they did, they repeated kalema tayyiba as loudly as they could. At one instance, it was related that the police got so tired of this repeatedly, the boy whom they beat to unconsciousness, whenever he gained consciousness, he started raising the voice and saying kalema tayyiba again, like Muhammad told them, to raise the voice in praise of Allah and forget about the dangers to their bodies. That one policeman stamped him on the neck, put his foot on the neck and pressed, and kept pressing so that he could not raise his voice saying kalema tayyiba. So he said, the moment he wrote to me himself, and some others also witnessed that this is exactly what happened. The moment he took his foot out, he started to say kalema, but for a while he could not, because the throat had gone hoarse completely. But then suddenly the voice came to him and he started shouting again kalema tayyiba. So we are following that example too. And even if I accept your foundation, the inference still is not what you are driving me to. The inference would be that whatever danger may occur to your body, physical danger you face, still you keep raising the voice of Allah and extolling Him.